Wondering which planner to get for 2021? There are so many different options out there, and it can be really hard to know which planner is right for you when you don't have them right in front of you to look inside and compare their features next to one another. So today, I want to help you and show you the insides of all the planners we can find so that you can really figure out which planner is going to meet your needs in the year ahead. As a busy working mom of 3 young boys, I get so excited to find a new planner because having a good planning system is really one of the only ways that I keep the moving parts of my life running smoothly. So I hope you're as excited for this video as I am. Give it a thumbs up and let's go. So let's start out by going to Target. It's one of my favorite places to shop, and look at this. They have such an amazing selection to choose from. This planner here is by Sugar Paper. It's about 5.5 by 8 inches. It's got the yearly outlook. I love this page because it really gets you a chance to outline your goals for different areas of your life. Nice monthly spread with some room for notes on the side. And then here you can really pinpoint what you want to do each week with some blank space for every day. I personally like to have the hours broken out. That's just something that I prefer. Lots of good note-taking room, along with a handy folder to keep receipts and things. Planner number 2 is also by Sugar Paper, but it's 8.5 by 11, and I'm loving this cover design. It's got the hard plastic with the black and white polka dots. Again, it says start each day with a grateful heart. Some neat space at the beginning to kind of draw out your big goals for the year, and then each month you can again pinpoint your specific goals for different parts of your life. I like the handy tabs on the side so you can easily flip to each month. This basically looks like the same outline as the other smaller size planner, but just nice to have a little bit wider margin and more room to write. I should mention that there's a timestamp table of contents in the description below in case you want to jump around and check out a specific planner by name. Then lots of note-taking space in the back, as well as that folder to keep important little things all together. All right, planner number 3 is by Russell and Hazel. It has a bit of a more firm, hard cover. I love the stickers here. And then you've got a list of important holidays, as if you were gonna forget them, right? And then you can write in your own dates to remember. Here's the monthly spread. And then at the beginning of each quarter, this is neat. You can really pinpoint your goals for what you want to accomplish. And then I love that it also has space to track your wins, right? Your success and personal development. That's pretty cool. It has a habit tracking space so that you can record what you're doing and how often you're doing it. And then here you can see the daily spread has some blank space along with a place for you to maybe make a to-do list and put your check when each item is crossed off your list. I like the hard metal binding, looks pretty sturdy. Let's see what's in the very back here. We have a contents folder, some notes pages, pretty cool. Now I would imagine that you have heard about this Simplified Planner before. It seems to be something that a lot of people use, so I'm excited to check it out. I definitely like that it's multicolored, and then here it starts out with a checklist of some immediate, quick ways that you can simplify your life. I'm all about that, as you know if you've been following along on my channel. You've got room for a monthly to-do list. And then each day has space to write out your schedule and your to-dos. So far, we haven't seen any planners that have an hourly breakdown to the daily schedule. That is, again, something that I'm personally looking for. But the multicolored tabs here make it really neat to flip to where you're trying to go. Again, nice solid binding. Now here in the back, you can plan out the following year. That's kind of neat. So as you come up with ideas or think of things throughout the 2021 year, you can put them here. Did we miss anything? Let's go back and check. A few years at a glance. Okay, so no, I don't see any notes pages or anything like that. Next up is this Mia Charro planner for Blue Sky, and I love that it's big. It's 8.5 by 11. The cover is really cool. It's got a clear plastic contents folder up front, and yeah, I just love the colors of this planner. Ooh, that's handy. It's got a little divider so that you don't lose your place and you can easily flip to the page of the planner that you're on. A couple sheets of stickers for anybody that likes to use stickers in their planner. Here it's got room to write out your yearly goals. Here's the monthly spread. Let's see if I forgot anything. A little bit of note-taking room on the side, but not too much other than just the calendar for the monthly view. And for the rest of 2020, it doesn't give you any weekly pages, just the calendar, the monthly view as a whole. All right, so here is what the weekly pages look like. And I really do like that it has everything laid out in 15-minute increments for the day with some note-taking room on the side. But one thing that I'm personally also looking for in a planner is room to write my priorities and my kind of must-do things every day. Keep flipping through here. Here are the notes pages. They look like just pieces of notebook paper, but that's handy. You have a list of important holidays. And a map in case you get lost and need to know where you are. Now, Day Designer is another brand that I have heard lots about. I've never actually had one myself. This one is about 5.5 by 8 inches, and I'm loving that it's really thick. I don't know if you can tell, but it's got the solid binding. It has the little divider. Here's some more stickers. Ooh, 2 pages of stickers. Fancy. Oh wait, it's an envelope. Cool. So you can stick things in there. Personal information. The whole year at once. And this is what it's known for. You start by really thinking through where you are and how you want your life to be. Then it's got room to really clarify your goals. And here on the right, you can set a deadline date for when you want to accomplish them. Then it really walks you through this process of identifying a morning and evening routine that you're going to follow. And you can see that you can check those things off. And some suggestions for what to put in your planner. That's pretty handy, and do check out this other video that I made on that as well. Okay, here's the monthly view. You can write a to-do list. And then we'll skip to the weekly pages. Now this I love. It has a space for you to identify the top 3 things you want to do each day. And I don't know if you have noticed, but look how each day is its whole own page in the planner. It has a built-in gratitude journal, so you can write down things you're thankful for, and then room for a to-do list on the right-hand side. That's awesome. And then each day also has a quote to inspire you. So that's neat. That's something to look forward to. A place to jot down any thoughts for the coming week and important reminders. So overall, I'm a fan of this one for sure. It looks like it has so much that's packed in, and it's a nice handy size for sticking in your purse. That's one of the problems I have with bigger planners. Here are some note pages, and that looks like it. Oh, no, here we go. Important holidays. Now, Day Designer comes in a lot of different options. Here's a really handy pocket calendar that's just $5.99, and it looks like it's mostly just the monthly view, but if that's all you need, that's obviously really handy. Here's a third Day Designer option with more of a leather or pleather cover. I would imagine it's faux leather. Ooh, cool. You have room for your credit cards or other important things. Now this one is a little more pricey than you might see, but it's got a lot of the neat features that the previous Day Designer planner had. Here's a little contents folder. And then this is extra. There's a little clear envelope or folder, what do we call this? A little pocket that you can zip up. And as with before, room to walk through the process of designing your day. I'd say this kind of planner is great for any busy mom that's trying to be more intentional with their time. And this planner here has the more solid binder kind of center, so you can refill it, and you can probably order the refill packs if you didn't want to buy a whole new planner in the coming years. Every month has more of a little divider between it, and then there are these other divider pages that you could, again, purchase, probably separate pages, or add your own in if you have other things that you want to stick in here. Now here towards the back, there are some pages for habit tracking. You could tell there's room to keep track of what you eat, what you do for exercise, how much water you're drinking, and so forth. And then blank pages for note-taking or whatever else you want to write down. And some grid paper, that's always cool. I use grid paper for tracking my time, as I mentioned in this video, so you could do that right in this planner. And then at the very back, it's got its own little notebook. So pretty powerful little planner here, especially for any professional working mom. Let's move on to this Cambridge planner by Mead. Now, this is probably more of a academic kind of calendar, but it's 8.5 by 11. It's got this plastic holder so that you can put loose papers in. This adventure belongs to. Isn't life an adventure? You have a 3-year reference here. And then you can write down important dates that you want to keep track of. Here's the monthly view, pretty standard, with again a little bit of note-taking room on the right-hand side. Here's the weekly view, and you can see that it's just kind of line space that you can do as you want. There's a note-taking section at the bottom, but overall there's not a whole lot of structure to this planner. It seems like more something that you could just jot a lot of notes down, and this might be great for someone that wants to just keep track of ideas or doesn't necessarily use their planner for a schedule, calendar kind of thing. There are a couple of pages to write important. weekly spread. But it still gives you space to identify your top 3 priorities, in this case for the week, as opposed to every single day. Now, I don't know if you have heard about Rachel Hollis's Start Today planners, but I have heard a lot about them, and I'm really excited to peek inside. Looks like you have a few different covers to choose from. Let's just pick this one to look inside. Note that it is a hard kind of book cover with an actual binding on the side. It's not spiral bound like the other planners. And another important thing to note here is that this is just a 90-day planner. It's undated, which gives you a lot of flexibility. Maybe you don't want to be tracking every single day, but you would ultimately need more than one planner if you were going to be using this every day. You can totally see how this kind of planner would be great for setting a specific intention and really working towards one goal over the course of a quarter. So, you can use this planner as a tool to make sure that you stay on track. Here, you start at the beginning to really think about what you want out of the next 90 days. And it looks like there's an assessment so you can see what you did well, how you pushed yourself. And then each month you identify your number one goal. Some nice little quotes thrown in to motivate you. It gives you space to choose a power word for each month. And then each week you write out the number 1, 2, and 3 things that you want to have happen. You can plan out your morning routine. Then she's big on this 5 to strive, where you pinpoint 5 hours that you're going to do really targeted work. And this is cool. You can choose your own theme song to pump you up for whatever week you're on. Moving on, there are also daily pages. So you can really go back through and think about the tasks you need to do each day. I like that it gives you space to estimate how long it's going to take. You can really think ahead of time what's going to make you proud of yourself, what could throw you off here, what are you grateful for, and then even more room to plan out the specific schedule of how you want each day to go. And here's a handy ribbon tab so that you can put it somewhere and mark your place within the planner. At the very back there are some note-taking pages and her little note to remind you what a rock star you are. Let's move on to Walmart and see what Walmart has in terms of its 2021 planners. Now, right off the bat, I can see that this is a much more limited selection, and it looks from first glance like it's mostly for academic kind of planners, but if that's what you need, great. The prices are really appealing, and you can see that there's still some brand names that you might really enjoy. We see Day Designer and some of the other planners like we saw at Target. Here's another version of the Simplified Planner, and check this out. It's only $11.58, so that's even cheaper than at Target. Different cover style in case you prefer floral to the multicolored stripes. Let's move on to Michael's. They always have good coupons, so it's worth a try. And you can see they have quite a few to choose from already, but they told me they're getting more in stock closer to the new year, so I'll come back then.
Whew, okay, I found so many awesome things already, but I'm gonna try one more place. I always love to go to the Dollar Tree, and you never know what you're gonna find there. I have found some really awesome planners for just $1 in years past. Typically more around the start of the new year or slightly after. I think once the big stores kind of get rid of theirs and pass them on to Dollar Tree, but it's worth a try, so we're gonna run there and see if we find anything else to add to our list.
So Dollar Tree has a single end cap that is dedicated solely to its 2021 planners. And you can see they've got a bunch of different calendars and then simple things like this that again are just $1. It's really hard to beat if all you are looking for is just a simple way of keeping track of appointments or something like that. This particular one just has the monthly pages. There's no weekly view, but you can keep track of notes and plenty of space to write any thoughts or ideas in the back. Here's a 2-year planner, a weekly planner. Now obviously this is pretty cheap plastic, but it's handy pocket size to fit in your purse. One of the ways that I've actually used little planners like this in the past is just as more of a journal. And so I have a different one for each of my 3 boys, and every day I try and write down some quick memory of something good and sweet that happened with them. Now this one I like. It's got a hard cover. It's kind of that thick book, but it's really small, maybe 3x5 size. And some notes pages up front, followed by the weekly spread.
All right, I had so much fun, and I'm just always amazed at the number of planners that are out there, the options that are available. There's so much to choose from, right? Which is both a blessing and a curse. I hope you found this video helpful for seeing the kinds of things that might be good for you and meet your needs. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and then jump straight into these other videos to learn some of my top planning tips. I will be conducting separate reviews on each of the planners that I actually got and what I'm gonna do with them, how I'm gonna use them in separate videos. But in the meantime, thank you so much for being here. I will see you next week. Have a great day.